This is Captain Ken. For years, Ken did what we're all told to do. He hustled. He moved from one task to the next, convinced that if he just pushed harder, if he just ground his gears a little longer, the results would finally materialize. But he was just spinning his wheels in the mud. He was busy, but stationary. He was exhausted, but stagnant. Does that sound familiar? It's the hamster wheel effect. One day, Ken looked at the gap between his effort and his reality. He saw people half his age building fortunes while he remained stuck. He realized that giving up wasn't an option, but carrying on this way was a death sentence for his dreams. He decided to find someone who had actually cracked the code. He didn't waste a second. He went looking for a mentor. He found an old man stepping out of a luxury car, a man named Mr. William. Ken asked him point blank, "How did you do it? I'm working myself to the bone, but I'm going nowhere." Mr. William didn't give him a quick tip. He invited him to coffee. That afternoon, the hamster wheel stopped. Today, I'm sharing the 5 brutal truths Ken learned that changed everything. As the coffee was served, Mr. William looked at Ken and said, "The first thing you must learn is that solitude is a slow way to grow. You have to learn to ask for specialized guidance the moment you hit a wall." Ken was taken aback. He told Mr. William how he took pride in solving everything alone. He thought asking for help made him look weak. Mr. William shook his head. "Ken, that's not independence. It's pride disguised as inefficiency. You're burning your most valuable asset, time, trying to reinvent a wheel that's been spinning for years. Successful people don't grow faster because they're smarter. They grow faster because they buy back their time by standing on the shoulders of giants." But planning isn't enough, Mr. William continued. If you want to perform at an elite level, you have to realize that execution is the only multiplier. He explained that thinking and planning are just tools, but they can become traps. Many people stay stuck because they wait for the perfect moment. Mr. William told Ken to set a deadline for preparation, and then move. Execution teaches lessons that theory can never grasp, the old man said. Thinking without action creates an illusion of progress. While your mind is busy, your reality remains unchanged. Success favors the decisive, not the perfect. By the way, I've linked a deep dive on Mr. Williams' specific planning strategy in the description below. It's how he maps out every move. Ken mentioned a friend of his, Perfecta, a woman consumed by a perfectionist mindset. She was always seeking perfection, endlessly planning, but never launching. Mr. William nodded. He had seen it 1,000 times. "Paula thinks she's being disciplined," he said, "but she's actually practicing a sophisticated form of procrastination. She's waiting for a green light that isn't coming." Mr. William leaned back and gestured toward Ken's phone on the table. "You see, many tech giants like Facebook, Google, and Microsoft, they are constantly releasing updates for their platforms. What does that mean?" he asked inquisitively. Ken paused, thinking. Mr. William didn't wait long to answer his own question. It simply means their older versions had flaws. They had to improve based on the experience they had with those older versions. They didn't wait for the software to be perfect. They released it and let the world show them how to make it better. Ken understood right away. True perfection isn't found in a vacuum. It's the result of imperfect, consistent action followed by relentless refinement. By starting with a minimum viable setup, you allow real-world data to dictate your path. Start with the bare minimum you have. Mr. William whispered, looking straight into Ken's eyes. Execute the plan now. It's a far better strategy than waiting for every light to turn green. Then, Mr. William told Ken about a man he knew named Scattergun Sean. Sean was a multitasker who thought being busy was a synonym for being effective. Sean didn't realize that multitasking isn't a skill. It's a distraction habit, Mr. William explained. The brain cannot do two things at once. It simply switches, and every switch carries a cognitive tax. This was why Sean felt exhausted every night, despite finishing nothing meaningful. High performers protect their attention aggressively. They know that 1 hour of deep, undivided focus produces more value than 5 hours of fragmented effort. Eventually, Sean learned this and changed his name to Prior Paul. Finally, as they finished their coffee, Mr. Williams spoke about the growth threshold. He noted that most people, like a guy he called Halfway Harry, quit the moment things get heavy. They interpret discomfort as a sign that it wasn't meant to be. Difficulty is not a signal to stop, Mr. William whispered. It is a signal that you have reached the threshold of growth. He told Ken that success belongs to those who refuse to quit when the novelty wears off. If you keep operating calmly and consistently while others walk away, you reach a territory that few will ever see. Ken left that cafeteria a different man. He realized that the secrets weren't complex. They were just disciplined. Which of these lessons hit closest to home for you? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm so glad you stayed until the end. I'll see you on the next path.